It's a she said kind of love affair.
Is love in the air, or is your relationship on the verge of destruction? Let's talk about it. Sit back,
Relax.
and enjoy your favorite cocktail as we discuss relationships, dating,
Sex.
and love. Love on the rocks, that is.
Love on the rocks. Love on the rocks. Love on the rocks. Love on the rocks.
Hello, guys, and welcome to Love on the Rocks. What's up, everyone? It is Roger the Wild Child along with Megan Bennett. Hey, Meg.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. I'm good. I'm glad you didn't ghost us tonight.
I'm not even kidding. I almost had to. My kid is so sick. Him and the other 5 football players all got sick from the football moms, team moms cooking. I love it. I love it. I mean, I don't love my kids are sick, but I love that it's her cooking that did it.
Right?
I love it.
So, alrighty. So we got a great show tonight because what's happening is that relationships, people are like got this new trend out now. Like if you don't want to talk to them anymore, you just kind of block them from everything.
Like fall off the face of the earth and ghost.
Ghost. Yes.
Ghost.
Yes.
Ghosting is like the craze nowadays, and I don't fucking understand it whatsoever.
I don't understand it either. So definitely want to
get
check
ghosted.
Yeah, I'm with you 100%. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our relationship influencers on. I'm not necessarily sure they're the experts.
I wouldn't say experts, but they do got a good outlook.
Yes. I don't even want to say that we're the experts because we're all still single, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's anybody on our team, Megan.
I'm an expert.
That's in a relationship. Oh, you're an expert.
I'm an expert on what not the fuck to do. I know that.
Well, we got the full crew here today, all of our relationship influencers. And then we're going to give you guys a chance to call in today to talk about your stories, about your ghosting stories. And you can always comment on the screen. So feel free to chime in. Let us know that you are watching tonight. And please go ahead and share the episode here. We definitely would like to be able to get your help to spread the word, because obviously this is an issue and we got to learn how to cope. People are having a hard time dealing with
people can just stop being assholes and not ghost.
Or you can be an asshole and quit ghosting.
To like
people.
be a man or a woman and say, hey, this isn't working out, or I'm
right.
Whatever it may be. Don't fucking go ghost. What is that?
Right. Absolutely. So let's go ahead and bring on one at a time. Let's bring Crystal on. Hey, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
How you
Definitely
doing?
not an expert.
Drew.
We're experts on whatnot.
Howdy.
Hey, Drew. How are you?
I'm living the dream.
Living the
Jesse,
dream.
the love doctor.
Ghosting expert.
Jesse, the love doctor.
They call us the Ghostbusters.
Yes, the Ghostbusters.
Oh,
Lydia Manson, who knows a lot about ghosts.
Hi, Lydia.
And you cannot forget the one and only Ike Avelli, who gets
Boo.
ghosted
Hi.
almost every time.
You've been ghosted.
You would think we would do
Almost.
this in October when it's Halloween time, but no, of course not.
Hey, I've got a whole shebang of Hollywood stuff. I mean, Halloween stuff.
In September.
Do what, Jesse? You
Ghosting
push the
happens in
microphone.
September. I said ghosting still happens in September.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Halloween season starts September 1st.
bingo.
Spooky season.
Can it
After
extend
September
past
1st.
Christmas?
Mine does.
For Christmas.
Thank God.
It's always spooky season.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do both, like Halloween and Christmas, and
You mean
leave them
Nightmare
up
Before
until
Christmas?
No,
I
I've never
have a
seen
black
them.
Christmas tree. I'm just saying it's
What?
one of the best Christmases I've ever made.
I do too. Yeah.
Is it up
Oh.
already?
You guys
It's-
can afford
about to
Christmas
be.
trees?
It's about to be.
Are they expensive down
I've never bought a Christmas tree in my life.
Oh, you got to go and cut it down.
Are you
It's not the
serious?
same.
Yeah, cut it down or.
I'm a Thanksgiving kind of guy.
Okay.
I don't like Christmas.
We had our Christmas tree up until I don't know, like summertime, and then we finally decided to put it
I will
down.
leave it up all year. All year.
So, Drew, do you do the cooking? Is that why you like Thanksgiving? Do you do?
I do the eating.
Yeah.
I make corn casserole. It's a dump cake essentially, and it's super easy, and that's all I bring to the table, and I eat everything else.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
What is something y'all have over there that we don't have in the South for Thanksgiving?
Oh, for Thanksgiving, there's some weird thing. There's this thing called 24-hour salad. It's like fruit and marshmallow puff cream and like little marshmallows and whatnot. I've never seen it at a Southern
It's
Thanksgiving.
like
Ambrosia
salad.
Is that what it is? Yeah, we call it 24-hour salad.
That's normal.
Other than that,
Ambrosia,
it's pretty normal. We don't smoke our turkeys. Like, I wish we did, but we don't. It's very bland. There's no
Deep fry
seasoning in
'em?
Iowa. Yeah, we fry everything.
Really?
All right, Megan, you got too much background noise going on.
Hey, turn that down.
Yeah, turn that down.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
White sneakers.
White sneakers.
Okay, guys. So
No,
we got
This
a
is
show.
Rodney.
Oh. All right, guys, we got a show going on tonight. We got some fun and excitement going on. We have we're gonna open up the phone lines. You guys are gonna be able to talk and tell your stories about ghosting.
Ooh.
So,
Ghosting.
Crystal, I know you've got a like a sheet of information.
I've got tons of information for you guys, lots of numbers, but actually, obviously, I'm not a fan of ghosting. I don't
Say
believe
data.
And let me be clear, there is a difference between setting a boundary and stopping communication and ghosting. Okay, two completely different things. But I found it interesting to see the states, since we're all from different places, where people ghost the most and where you're least likely to get ghosted.
This is
The
good.
most to get ghosted, Atlanta. Where are we at? Flowery Branch.
Well, Georgia did make the list.
Georgia did.
Georgia did.
Of course.
You guys will never believe the number one state.
Wyoming.
Alaska.
Florida.
Nope. You ready for this?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
No
Are you
way.
serious? Rhode
It's
Island.
Rhode
Was that really? It's
Is
really
it per
Rhode
capita?
Island.
Is it per capita?
Right.
Well, so this was a study done by Forbes Health, okay, where they surveyed, it was like 2,000, 5,000, I don't know, it's in my notes here, people about their experiences with ghosting. And then they also determined the states that people get ghosted in the most and ghosted in the least. So
What's the least?
the least, we'll start there. We'll start with the good stuff. Okay, so the 10 states with the lowest instances of ghosting, according to the survey, were Oregon, Hawaii, Michigan, which I don't believe,
don't believe
California, which was
I
surprising.
don't believe that.
Yeah.
I know. Vermont and Idaho tied. Indiana, Arkansas, and South Carolina also tied. And Oklahoma and Washington also tied. So if you live in any of those states, you're in good shape. However, the other side of that, there was like a six-way tie.
A six-way tie.
For, we'll just say it takes up like 8, 9, and 10. So a couple of states here, starting for number, the least likely of the most likely. Florida came in at the bottom of that list, surprisingly, though you are very likely to get ghosted in Florida. It's just not the most likely.
The fact that they create stats for this is
They
like
do.
boggling.
I know. Nevada is also up there.
It's just
North Carolina, Alabama, Utah, and Louisiana. Georgia comes in at number 7. They also tied with Maine. Georgia tied with Maine.
Maine.
And Minnesota. Minnesota is in at number 7. Minnesota.
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 New York, number 6.
What was?
New York.
New York.
Um, sorry, bad news for you guys. Texas came in number 5.
Oh,
They tied with Colorado.
figures.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
about right.
Arizona and New Mexico and New Hampshire all tied for number 4.
Arizona.
think they-
New
What about
Hampshire. What the
Idaho?
fuck's in New
What about
Hampshire?
Idaho? Because I'm from Idaho originally.
Yeah, we haven't heard our state.
Y'all don't get good enough signal to ghost anybody out there.
Well, not Idaho, but
Or
Ohio,
Delaware.
Illinois, both tied for 3rd.
Oh no.
Wyoming and North Dakota came in 2nd.
Oh, wow.
And first
Really? Did
I
Ray
wouldn't
Charles make
the
this list?
There's a lot of
Hey.
space out there.
I've
Yeah.
been ghosted by somebody from Rhode Island, so I believe that.
Maybe they just got lost in the Midwest.
Yeah.
We got the
and
Mall
some
of America
corn.
out there.
Yeah.
There is. But yeah, so
Corn.
there's, if you live in any of the states that we live in, I don't think there's anybody here that isn't covered in
I
that
can't
top
believe
10.
New Jersey's not in there.
I
Where's
was not,
Delaware at?
I was not there.
Ike was the only
Well,
one to vote.
New Jersey people hate, like, I feel like my mom grew up there and she tells me that everybody hates everybody up there. I've
Yeah,
never
they
been
just-
there.
Yeah,
Do
they're
they?
too afraid to go.
Yeah,
anybody,
that's
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, they're too, they don't,
Yeah,
they really
hunt
hate
them
you.
down.
They don't care to ghost.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
this is true.
I mean, those were the fun stats. Now, do you
I
want
understand
the
Hawaii.
Those are the fun stats. There's no fun
Those are the fun
stats.
stats? So here's the thing about ghosting, though.
Okay.
So a lot of, I told you guys, I'm a big nerd. I read things, and do research. A lot of the articles and things that I was coming across, kept saying how much it damages the ghostee's mental health. Also, that
Ghosting fucks us up.
Mhm.
the ghoster often displays attributes of what they refer to as the dark triad, which let me pull this up here. Things like, here we go. Where we at? Okay, so the dark triad is psychopathy, Machiavellianism, and narcissism. So the people who do the ghosting likely show a lot of traits associated with those
With
disorders.
interesting.
Yeah. And surprisingly though, would you guys guess that more ghosters, not the ghosties, would you guess that more ghosters are men or women?
Men.
Women.
Male.
Women.
Women.
I'm going
It's
women.
women.
I knew it.
Really?
Women. Yes.
Women are more ghosters than men?
Yes.
Yeah,
That
I-
sounds
I
so
believe
ass
that.
backwards.
I believe that.
I see
Yes.
that.
Who gets hit on more?
I'm going to tell you
how
my
many first
belief.
dates have I
Okay,
paid for?
Now,
Like,
hold
hang
on. There's another side to this.
Okay, hey, hold
A
on.
lot
Ike.
of-
Hold that thought.
Okay. Holding that thought.
Go ahead, Crystal. Ike,
Oh,
hold the
okay. I
thought.
thought
No,
you were
finish
done.
up,
Hold
and then
on.
Ike will chime in.
So here's the thing though, while more women are ghosting, their reasons for doing the ghosting are very different than the reasons the men surveyed were giving. More women were saying that they were nervous of basically confronting the man because oftentimes, like as a woman, I've experienced this too. When you turn down a guy or you break up with a guy and it's not received well, you become almost like a target for verbal abuse momentarily. It's like, when that guy is constantly like in your inbox talking to himself and then you say, hey, I'm not interested. And they're like, oh, F you, you're ugly anyway. Nobody wants you. So women are more afraid of a violent reaction, which is why they ghost to avoid it. But women do ghost more often than men.
That's
Gotcha.
crazy to me.
Ike,
I
go
know.
ahead.
No offense, Jesse, Drew. I just don't think men are smart enough to keep a ghosting going. That's all. That's why I said. I just
Men ain't
feel
smart.
women, they'll play the game and they'll play it smart, and that's probably why they're at the top.
But see, if I don't want to talk to somebody, I'm just not gonna ghost them. I mean, okay, I've ghosted
Yeah, hit
a
every
lot.
button.
I think the ghosters are insecure, and I think the ghostee should know that so they don't get that reaction that you were saying, Crystal, that, it goes along with depression and their mental health.
Well, it's not such a huge difference
They're
between
just
males
assholes.
and females. Put that there. But some of the doctors that were quoted in some of these articles that I was looking at says that, it does have detrimental impacts on one's mental health. The ghostee, the person who was ghosted, often tell themselves that like it's their fault, that they could have done something better. It leads to anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, like the list goes on and on and on. Like basically it's really, really bad. And also another study done just looking at how it affects the brain, because again, remember, I'm a nerd, says that it's actually a whole brain traumatic experience once somebody realizes they're being ghosted. Because as human beings, we're wired to find out why. Like we always want to know why. And without that closure, without that explanation, we have nothing but time to sit there and think about it and stew about it, and it just kind of eats away at you mentally. So
I agree.
yeah.
So I have a situation here that a friend of mine, I was bringing this up, and she's like, I got to tell you about this guy that ghosted me. And I'm like, okay. So she sent me a text message. I'm changing his name for the obvious reason. So we're going to call this guy Steve. And so she went on a couple dates with this guy, and then he sends her this text. I'm going to read it to you guys.
Oh, God.
And okay. And he says, yeah, I made it to where I was going. You're an amazing person, but I am not. My heart is broken and my soul is beyond repair. It is nothing you have done. My wife destroyed me and I cannot recover. Yes, I have left the valley. I have left the valley. I have lived a good life. I will not be back. I have decided to leave this life. Please be safe, and please, it's not you.
I don't think that classifies as ghosting.
No,
I think it does
That's not
either.
ghosting.
That is
That's
a
tucking
breakup.
his tail and scooting on out and using
That's
it.
saying goodbye.
At least he said
That's a breakup
something.
text. That's a breakup
Yeah,
text.
that's
Yeah.
saying goodbye.
That's but
Totally.
anytime you break up with somebody on a text message, like let's be real.
It's
You're
not a
wet
breakup.
behind
He
the
said,
ears.
and then she's like, what? She's like, Steve, are you okay? Talk to me. And he won't
That's-
respond. Like, he
That's a
basically
ghost.
told her that he was going off to go kill himself.
I'm leaving this
Literal.
life.
I didn't take it that way.
I did too.
I didn't
I'm
take it
leaving
that
this
way.
life. That's more.
I did. Totally.
I mean, he might be leaving this life to go to a different life.
Was he going up in the moon or?
My experience is if you're saying all that, you're really not going to do anything. You're just looking
Right.
for attention,
Bingo.
and that's what he got.
So the next day she drives by his house and his truck's back there.
This is good.
So he's
And it wasn't
fine.
there?
No, yeah, it wasn't there. Now he's back. So he must have changed his mind.
He
Yeah,
always
he's
comes.
got at the bar hitting on some other girls.
Convenient. How convenient.
So is that I mean, do you really have to go that extreme to
Yeah.
ghost somebody and tell them you're gonna off yourself and then
Bitches be crazy nowadays. You'd be surprised.
Well, this is a dude. I mean, is he? I mean,
I'm gonna text you. I'm dead.
I mean,
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter what you text somebody. At the end of the day, if you're ghosting someone, it's block, 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 block. They can't
Right.
contact you. That's
And-
ghosting.
Right.
No reason, no explanation.
Bye.
You just say
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Hey,
like-
how's your day?" And then you never hear back from them like ever again.
yeah. So this guy texted her, and then she's been trying to get a hold of him, and he won't respond back to her.
Well, how much did she care? Did she call for his well-being?
She did. She actually did. She called and
Okay.
did a
Wellness
well person
check?
checkup on him.
Okay.
I mean, they never told her what the result was, but she did. So he probably got visited.
Alrighty. That's interesting.
Yeah. So yes. So I mean, that was just
crazy.
one example that was brought to my attention.
That's such a coward, like, excuse. Like, how are you going to text that? That's just so, like, be a man and just say, hey, this isn't working out. I don't like you.
Yeah.
How hard is that? Just say it's not working, or I need my space, or like I
Right.
need
Or like, hey,
some
just don't
rest,
call
like-
me anymore. It's that simple.
Right.
Like, just don't call me. And
or
just
like
don't
you're
call
just
me.
not a priority at this time. Like
Yeah.
literally
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
Anything is better than nothing and ghosting.
Yeah.
So I'd like to set a ground rule. What time period of talking to someone constitutes ghosting?
I mean,
What
it could
time
be
if you're
it could
not
be
talking to
first
somebody?
meeting.
Anytime
No,
zone.
no, of talking to someone and then they disappear.
If you're talking to someone, you don't want to ghost them. There's no time
Well,
period.
I mean, how long do you have to talk to someone before they disappear and it's considered ghosting?
Well, I mean, I could talk
I mean,
to
if you
somebody
just met
right
somebody.
now, and then they give me their number, and then I'm texting them, and then 2 hours later they stop responding, and they got me blocked and everything. It doesn't really mean it doesn't matter.
I think
Time.
I feel like there has to be emotional investment for it to
Yeah,
be
but at
real
what-
ghosting.
After how many days or weeks?
I think it depends on the
are you-
conversation. If y'all are like in a legit conversation, holding conversation
Mhm.
back and forth, even if it goes left or right, whatever way, and all of a sudden it just like stops and nobody
Here's
knows.
my thing. If you are talking like dating wise, if you're dating somebody, going out on dates with them, and you don't have the common decency to say like, hey, this isn't working for me anymore, I don't want to see each other, and you just stop talking to them. If you're dating at all, it doesn't matter how long you've been dating, 1 week, 1 month, and you just stop talking to them, that's ghosting.
Yeah.
So, like,
So
what about
normal.
like a one night stand?
Yeah, if they don't respond to you, it's ghosting.
That, if they don't respond,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
ghosting.
I'm not going to
Did you
sugarcoat it.
both
Oh,
go
that's not
into it knowing
ghosting.
it was a one night stand?
Now, if they
I'm,
said,
su-
hey,
I'm
it's not
sure
gonna
someone
work,
knew it was a one night
You,
stand.
you don't know until the next.
Gotcha.
You really don't know
Right.
till the next
Later.
morning.
I mean, stalking is just being in a relationship, but only one person knows about it.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming.
Well,
Those are
remember I
awful.
told you I was dating that one girl for a little bit, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden she started ghosting me.
Yeah.
And then like a couple months, like a month or so later, she finally she unblocks me, messages me, and says, "How are you doing?" And then we started talking for a little bit, and then she blocks me again. I'm like, what?
Oh,
the
shame,
fuck?
shame. That's terrible.
And
She's
finally,
just
so
confused.
I went ahead, and there was actually one of the messengers that she never blocked me on. I said, "What? Did you block me again? You're fucking weird."
Mm.
I'm like,
Please tell me you
"Seriously?"
said that to her.
I did say that to her.
Yes.
I'm like, what the fuck are you? Don't mind fuck me, okay? You know what? Don't tell me you want to talk to me, and then you block me whenever you want. Like I'm at your own will to talk.
That's when when she unblocks you again, you block her first and just leave it
Yeah.
alone.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you
Totally.
don't talk to her anymore.
I was like,
But
what?
then again, in my defense, like I am that person. I will get a text, and Crystal can attest to this. Roger can, anybody can attest to this. I will get a text message, and I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna reply. I'll do it in a second. 47 days later, I'm like, oh hey, what are you doing? I'm doing laundry. What are you doing? And I don't mean, but I'm literally that person.
My longest relationship I've ever been in, most significant relationship I've ever been in, we kind of knew the end was coming. Like we didn't say it, but we kind of could feel it. And the situation was I had to go home for Christmas to see my family. And the day I got back was the day that she went home to see her family. So it was like 15 days straight of not seeing each other. And I was trying to keep in contact with her the entire time, calling her every day. And I could feel it getting really dry. And so I texted her. I was like, hey, why didn't you call me at all? She's like, well, you could have called me. And I said, I did. And then I stopped to see if you'd call me. It's pretty petty, I know, but I just want to see. Yeah. And we basically broke up over text. It's like my most significant relationship ever. Broke up over text. And then immediately, like 5 minutes later, I'm blocked on everything. And, I'm sitting there alone on Christmas night in my apartment, like just heartbroken. And I'm like, she forgot one of them. I'm going through all the social medias. I'm like, she forgot one of them. Found Twitter. She forgot Twitter. And I was like, hey, this is bullshit. Like, I'm okay with being broken up, but we need to meet. Like, we need to have a conversation. And so we met up for coffee. She just started telling me about all the sexual relationships she's had since the breakup and all that. And I'm just like, great. Great.
Like, how long
wow.
was this meeting after your breakup?
Like 3 months.
What?
Yeah. We met up
How
for
long was the
coffee.
relationship?
Now, at this point in time, I had started seeing somebody. And so I was like a little better. And she's over here telling me about all these sexual interactions she's had. She goes, I finally slept with a girl because we always joked that she would say she's bi, but she's never
Oh,
the
she
girl.
did it without
She's
you.
like,
Oh
yeah. And this
That
is
was
so
the
funny.
worst thing.
She goes, I ate her out and I did it well. I was like, congrats, that's really awesome. That's impressive. And she goes,
So
well, I'm a girl. She goes, I'm a girl. I would know how to eat pussy. And I just went, I don't know how to suck a dick.
Best comeback ever.
Are you sure, Drew?
I haven't tried. Maybe I'd be a prodigy. I don't know. We'll wait until I'm locked up and I'll let you guys know.
Oh
Put a
God.
Jolly Rancher in your mouth first.
Well,
Right?
I got the padlock, Drew.
But yeah, that was the only like real ghosting that's ever been done to me. I've
Mhm.
definitely been the ghoster before.
Oh God, mine is horrible.
Let's go for it.
Let me hear how horrible.
Well, there were two cases. The first one was the cable guy because he was telling me he was coming between 3 and 6 and he never showed up. So he ghosted me. And the second one, this is just bizarre. So
Netflix has never let me down. I'm just saying.
All right.
So after my whole issue last year with my relationship and what happened, I decided to take a trip to Key West. And just to get away, go by myself and go out. And I was chatting with this one guy online who lived in Florida. And we were talking and the communication was really good, strictly friends. And I get my flight out to Key West and I get to my hotel. And as I am checking in, I get a text that says, turn around. And it's the guy. So
What?
I'm like, holy shit. So I was like, oh my God, what are you doing here? And he's telling me, he wanted to surprise me. I told him where I was going like an idiot. And I was really thinking that when I got back from Florida, we would have continued the conversation. Maybe it would have went somewhere.
Mhm.
So I told him I'm here just for myself. And he started flipping out on me. He's like, oh my God, I drove 6 hours. And I was like, I have to be myself. So he storms off. So I message him and he never messages. He blocks me on Instagram. He blocked me on Facebook. He blocked me on Twitter. And then I created a profile just to get back. And I messaged him. He didn't know it was me. I used a different picture. And I started stroking his ego, his pickle, whatever you want to call it. And he said, oh my God, we should meet up sometime. And then I switched my profile pic to mine. And he ghosted me again.
I'm giving you a cowbell on that one.
Yeah.
But he ghosted me again.
Darn.
I mean,
You
did
didn't
you
deserve it.
care at that point?
But yeah, no, I didn't because I was so mortified that
You should have
Well-
told him a place to meet and then text him and be like, turn around and be like,
Yeah, I would've-
I'm not there. And then
Yeah.
walk in.
I mean, I don't know who you are. I couldn't
That's
believe that he
kind of
drove
scary,
6 hours.
though. Like, he just showed up because
Yeah.
he knew you were going to see. This is why I don't post in real time. Like,
I
ever.
know.
There's too many weird
But-
people like that out
But I
there.
was actually
What is that?
chatting with him. I figured he's 6 hours away. Weird. I was like, who the
I
hell?
got ghosted
is gonna
just the
drive
other
out
day.
6 hours?
I got ghosted just the other day.
What happened?
Oh, did you?
Yeah, by Rodney.
Hmm.
Saturday night, maybe Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard
Was it
from him
Saturday?
since?
Maybe Friday.
Isn't
Saturday.
he in your living room right now?
He's sitting right in front of me, but he knows he ghosted me. He ghosted me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not.
I don't think that counts.
interesting.
All right, guys, if you want to get on the air with us, you have a question, comment, story, we want to know about your ghosting experience. Give us a call. The phone line is open 845-442-LOVE. That's 845-442-LOVE 5683 if you like it in numbers. I'm going to ask you guys I'm going to go one at a time. I do want to ask you, when somebody's in a ghosting position where they were ghosted, how do you think that person what should they do to get past being ghosted? I'm not talking about somebody they just talked to and then 2 days later hang on, Megan, that they're wanting, that they stop talking to them. Like literally they've spent like weeks talking and building a relationship, and instead of saying it's over, they completely ghost. So I want to go around and see what everybody's advice is how to cope with being ghosted. And if you are at home watching the show live right now and you have a ghosting story, give us a call. 845-442-LOVE 5683. All right, Megan, go ahead.
The the quick the quickest way to get over somebody is to get under another.
I knew you were going to say something smart like that.
That's just, what do I know? I'm just a
Yeah,
professional.
Rodney.
But I'm not a professional ghoster.
All right. Also, not a professional ghoster, but I've been ghosted so many times. It's
So much.
ridiculous. Most recently, like 2-3 weeks ago. I can't tell you how to get over it because like I'm still salty and petty over it. But I will say this, like I didn't let that stop me from going to the concert that I got us tickets for. Like I still went to that concert. I still had fun. What I will say not to do though, no matter how tempting it is, don't turn around and like message that person like later being like, why did you ghost me? Blah, 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 blah. Like, okay, I am guilty of it. And I'm telling you, like, if I could take back text messages, I would. I just wouldn't say anything and I would just disappear.
Okay, Drew?
So my perspective on this is going to be, I don't know. All right. So my thing is, I think when ghosting happens, normally it's not late enough in a relationship for there to be any emotional significance there. Like if a girl ghosts me, we've probably only been talking for a week or two. And if they ghost me, then that's their loss. That's just my mindset every single time. Maybe I'm just not their cup of tea and they couldn't end it with words. That's fine. I will be okay. Tomorrow I will talk to somebody else.
All right, Dr. Love?
Yeah, I would second that. I'd say, first of all, know your self-worth. I mean, you got to know that you are good enough for anybody out there. Be badass all on your own. Look around. There's plenty of fish in the sea. Like, get on a dating app and stroke your ego a little bit. I mean, there's plenty of people out there to talk to, plenty of people out there to match with. It's not hard to find a date if that's all you're looking for. And just enjoy it. Enjoy dating.
Lydia?
I would say that, yes, it sucks to be ghosted, but if you mean so little to that person that they're able to just completely write you off, then is that really the person that you want to see yourself with, that they could just do that to you?
Exactly.
So
Agreed.
If, like he said, you got to believe in yourself. If you weren't enough before them, you're never going to be enough with them.
And don't chase them and try to find out why you're not talking to me. It's like, are they even worth it at that point? It's like, are we going to play those childish games? Because you may resolve it, but then you know what? A month later, they start they started all over again. Like my situation, I got double ghosted, and it was like, really? So, Ike,
Revenge. Get them back so good they'll never do it again.
I second Ike.
Create
Fake
all the
profile.
profiles.
Yeah.
We're going to talk later.
Totally.
Funny thing, I don't ghost, but apparently I do. I don't know if y'all can see that. This is Natasha, like one of my nearest and dearest. We have a joke that I have a hashtag that says "Where's Meg?" because whenever I go silent, she's like, "Where's Meg?" Hashtag. I'm really not that. I'm not that bad, but apparently I'm a big. Am I a ghoster, Crystal?
No, we do always find you.
We do. So I'm not really a ghoster.
Now, I've been ghosted by somebody I've like barely dated, but still dated. And I've been ghosted by people that I've known for years.
how did you feel about that though, Crystal?
Absolutely freaking terrible. Like there's not much worse of a feeling. Like I would rather hear any reason in the world. Like make up something. I don't care. Like literally any reason other than to just ghost somebody. Like now the most recent ghosting experience where I was just ghosted a couple weeks ago, I wholeheartedly believe, and I felt like this from the get-go. You can even ask Meg, I've said this. I'm like, I feel like this dude has a girlfriend.
Yes.
Like there was so many little things here and there. So like, was I surprised that he just fell off the face of the planet? No. Was I still pissed off and disappointed? Absolutely. That sucked. And I couldn't find anybody else to go to the concert with me like last second. So whatever. But getting ghosted by somebody that I've known for years,
Wow.
It's hard.
That's
I
right.
know who you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, it sucks.
But
Have
you
you
know, a
talked to him
lot of
since?
people wouldn't do what you did either, Crystal. You actually went out and still enjoyed yourself and went to the show.
That's
did
exactly
still
what
go
you're
out
supposed to do.
so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
I
don't
wish
sit
at that
there.
point I had a sign that was like, I was, ditched and ghosted. Does anybody want to be my date? Like,
It would have taken 2
That's a
seconds.
good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse, have you ever ghosted?
Oh yeah, plenty of times.
Have you?
Oh.
Yeah, all the time.
The love doctor.
Well, I mean, so it's not like long-term
Right.
relationship and then just ghost. It's like, hey, we matched and we had some chit chat and whatever. I really wasn't interested and I didn't feel the need to explain myself. I don't know you. So I mean, hey, I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toodaloo, motherfucker.
Drew, have you ghosted somebody?
Most I've ghosted a couple times. Most of the time it was mutual. Neither one of us were feeling it. It just conversation. There's times where I feel like I ghosted even though I sent the last text. But I guess the most significant time, we talked a little bit about this earlier, but I was watching my uncle's beach house for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And my cousin went with me and she brought her boyfriend and I was up there by myself. And I was like, shit, I want someone to hang out with. And we were all drinking. And so I had matched with the girl on Tinder and I was like, come to the beach house. And she did. And I was like, oh. And she came out to the beach house and she did not look anything like her Tinder profile.
They never do.
But she came all that way. So, she stayed. And the next morning, the next morning I was
He didn't say no.
He didn't.
He did it. He did it.
Listen,
He felt
You
obliged.
don't have to
I-
explain.
Not
You
yet.
don't
I
have to
felt
explain.
obligated. Anyway, I didn't want to.
It was his charity.
I didn't.
Felt obligated.
I did feel obligated. I didn't want to. Okay, and
He
I
did it
didn't
for
want to be
charity.
there.
You're a good man,
And,
Drew.
I'm sorry.
You're a good
Thank you.
one.
Thank you. So the next morning, I'm
I
doing
think I'm gonna
dishes.
pee. That was great. Sorry.
I'm doing dishes the next morning, and she's comes out of the bedroom and she's has all of her stuff. She goes, "I have to go to make it to work. You better text me tomorrow."
See what I can do.
Oh,
Wouldn't count on it.
And I didn't, and that's where I was the ghoster.
Okay, one more statistic for you because you just reminded me.
Okay.
More men will ghost after having sexual relations than women.
okay.
I
Yeah.
believe
So
that.
women
I
are
believe
less
that.
likely to ghost if you have been romantic with them.
I totally believe that.
I want to say something off of Drew now, because Drew, this is a good one, because
Okay.
what if someone, in Drew's case here, isn't who they said they were going to be? It's okay to ghost somebody who wasn't, they
I appreciate that.
said they were going to be, right? I mean, said she was what, Olivia Newton-John, and she turned out to be, Kirstie Alley.
I would Olivia Newton-John. That's a little out of my age range. I would go
Ariana
more.
Grande.
He's the baby,
No,
remember?
I'm more of a Natalie Portman guy.
Okay.
Natalie
Mila
Portman.
Kunis. Pink.
Natalie Portman's better.
Pink?
100%.
Pink
Padme.
would change me. Pink would change me back.
Padme
you're
with a
saying
scratch
there's
on her
a
back.
chance.
So let
That's
me
Dumb
ask
and
you
Dumber.
though. Let me ask you, Ike. I mean, do a lot of gay guys ghost each other as much as like guys and girls?
I'm
but
curious.
there's-
Bad or
Gay men don't even get past a one-day relationship to ghost anybody. They
All right,
don't.
start off by sending pictures of the buttholes.
Oh, yo,
Yes,
that's
you have to send a picture of the butthole.
Yeah. No. No,
Can't
no,
go
no
someone after
balloon,
that.
no balloon knots for me. Thank you.
oh lordy. Okay.
Thanks for that visual.
Yeah. And on that note,
You're welcome.
never gonna watch porn the same way again.
That's right. Stay off of
Don't
Pornhub.
tell me you're watching balloon porn.
It's 2023. We don't kink shame.
We don't kink shame.
We need to bring back king shaming.
No. No.
Unless it's like a ball gag and a whip, like I'm out.
I think that's
I'm
more
out.
normal than some of the kinks these days.
That is not
What's
normal.
wrong with the ball gag?
Yeah, see?
No, wait, I have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Have you ever been ghosted by somebody and then they come back like years later, like, hey, sorry about that?
Rodney did
one
that.
time.
Years ago.
Yeah, and then they ghost you again.
You were ghosted again?
Yeah, and he was just a friend. Like it
Friends
happened
can ghost
recently.
too.
It was like back in May. Like we were friends at work at the job I used to have, and then I've been out of that job for a few years, and this person came back to my life, and he was like, I'm really sorry for the way I acted, and I'm like, okay, don't do it again. And like he knew I was dealing with stuff. I knew he was dealing with stuff, and I was like, yeah, like it's good to be friends who know like what each other's going through. And like we made plans to like work out because I was like, I'm trying to get in shape. And then it was just like silence. And I'm like, you told me you weren't gonna ghost me again. I was like, I tried to be your friend. Like just like legit be your friend. So I'm like, and maybe 3 years we'll find out why he did it again.
Oh God.
Oh Jesus.
But by then I'm just gonna be like, I don't care anymore. Like
Mhm.
this is why I don't get close to people.
Right.
Well, another statistic for you that says
Okay, nerd.
Okay. Yeah.
people who get like habitually ghosted tend to be more loners because that stigma of, you know, or that traumatic experience, they don't want to get ghosted again. So the more times you're ghosted, the more likely you are to be a loner.
What if the reason they get ghosted is the same reason that they are a loner?
Like me.
Like they're just not enjoyable to be around.
Thanks. Drew.
A lot.
You don't even know me.
I'm just throwing it. I'm just throwing it
I'm
out
a
there.
lot.
I'm not saying it's the case. I'm not saying it's the case. I'm just saying
People like me get ghosted.
there's a common denominator there. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what do
I've
you
been
do to
ghosted a
make
lot.
these people ghost you? I mean, do you piss them off or what?
They.
Oh no, she froze.
Oh.
She froze.
That's
And
what
like
that
the
is.
perfect
Ghosted.
So I think I ghost
Ghosted.
because
You just
I don't feel the
ghosted.
need to be around people. Like I ghost
Plot
because I
twist.
am kind of a loner.
Mhm.
why
I am
don't you just
addicted
tell
to
them
social
now? Why do
interaction.
you-
Froze up, Megan.
Megan the ghost.
Megan, can you hear us?
She's frozen
Like
again.
if you see,
I
if you see
mean-
yourself as a loner and you don't want to get into this stuff, why don't you just tell people that from the beginning?
Can we get the
Well,
number back on the screen so we can have
That's what I'm
donations sent
saying.
for better internet for Megan?
I
Yeah,
guess
right.
I'm
Donations. for
Send
Megan
better
Bennett.
internet for Megan.
Guys, ghosting stories. Call us now, 845-442-LOVE-5683. Give us a call. We want to hear some of your stories. So, Megan, what were you saying? I mean, what do you do to these people to make them ghost you?
I'm fucking awesome. I don't really know.
They
See,
can't
that's
handle
the
it.
attitude. That's the right attitude.
I wish I knew what, because I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't want, like, I really don't know. Like, why do I get ghosted? Why do people ghost me? What is it that I do that, like,
You want a real answer?
Yeah.
Yeah, real
Yeah.
answer,
a
Rob.
real answer?
You have been hurt so many times in your life. Your insecurities are very, very high. So if the man doesn't really know you and know how to take you, they fucking bail. But that's all Scott truth. Between Josh, Matt,
Honest to
Paul,
God, true.
whoever else, you carry
Oh
so
no,
much-
Ronnie's gonna get
But
ghosted.
you've known me for 24 years, so why'd you ghost me?
Rodney's
Just
Yeah.
Rodney sounds like our
But
average.
that's like, what came
client.
first, the chicken or the egg? Is she ghosted because she's insecure, or is she insecure because she was ghosted, and now it's a vicious cycle?
It's got to start somewhere, but
Ghosted
you know,
because
I'm
I
sure
got
there's
insecure?
cases where it started off with her being insecure, and then there's other cases where she's insecure because of the
About guys
ghosting.
that you just
I mean, it takes me
meet that don't know
2
you
hands
because
to count the
your
amount of times I've been
insecurities
ghosted.
kick in.
Wow.
All right, what's Rodney saying now?
I start questioning.
You start questioning that guy, like you just met the guy, and he might be 45 minutes late, and all of a sudden your insecurity telling you he's already fucking around with you.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
question
and you're already starting your investigation on this guy.
And I'm already PI in it.
Yeah.
Ask John.
And the guy's like, fucking, I'm out.
Somebody's PIing me. I might get the fuck out. Wait,
Yeah.
we're done.
Insecurities from damage you carried from these fucktards that you met at roller skating.
Well, that makes
rings
sense.
and
That's a good. I
bars.
mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean,
But see, that's your problem, Meg, is you always
2
think the
weeks,
worst
3
of
weeks,
people
4 weeks,
all of a
I
sudden.
do.
6 weeks. And I
You
was
don't give
late.
them
He's
the
still
benefit
going
of the doubt.
And you freaked out and said, why
Can we
you
get
calling my-
Rodney a camera?
Yeah. Hey, come here. No, come here, babe. Come here. They want you. Come here.
Oh, everybody wants me.
You're funny. Get over here. Come here, babe.
Before the internet goes out again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before the internet goes out. Come here,
I'm not dressed as an influencer.
bitch.
For just $19.99 a month,
I'm not in
you
a
too
relationship
can have good
influencer.
internet.
I thought I heard a dial-up.
Come here.
That's all right. If he doesn't want to be on cam, it's fine.
No, he
No
is.
worries.
AOL.
No, he's coming.
Okay, so like I was saying, it takes me 2 hands to count the amount of times that I've been ghosted. And then when people are like, oh, why are you so insecure? I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe because I've been ghosted too many times or
Yeah.
like, you know.
the serial
other-
ghosting. Yeah, that'll do it to you.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm
Okay.
too good of a boyfriend, and it scares them.
It might.
Yeah.
If they're not ready for that, it
They're
might.
not-
Right.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
he's too much of a dad already. I can't. I need to fuck around for a little bit, and they'll come back.
But everybody's looking for a daddy.
Yeah. Yeah, they say that. They
They-
say
they-
that till I'm cooking chicken parm
No, they
and
go,
walking
Well,
around in
chicken
cargo
farm is
shorts.
back.
they go,
Yeah.
Poppy, Poppy.
Please don't
Here-
ask.
here-
I don't wanna
here-
hear you say
I
that
think that's
again.
like the 90s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Houston,
Hi,
Texas.
Poppy.
Hey.
Yeah.
You
No,
be my
they
sugar
didn't
daddy.
Dominican girl.
I don't know.
Oh, I will tell. I do have one story to tell that I just remembered now. So this girl was messaging me, you know, off and on or whatever, and she's like, she lived about an hour away, and she's like, can you, you know, I want to come see you. I'm like, all right, cool, let's come see me. And she goes, but I need a babysitter. Can you send me $60 for a babysitter, and then I'll come up there and see you.
That's a scam.
I
Yeah.
said, no, I'm not paying. I said, you know what? I'll tell you what, you come up here and see me, and I'll give you the $60 to go pay your babysitter. And she didn't like that. So I got ghosted.
That was a scam. I've gotten
Yeah.
that
Total
message
scam.
before.
Yeah.
It's not.
I've gotten
I
that
can't.
message
It's like a
before.
damn makeup light.
It is. It's a lie.
I'm not paying for nobody's friggin' babysitter. If you have to pay for a babysitter to go on dates, you're asking a guy to pay your babysitter for you. I don't.
I would
think that-
never. You
That-
just leave them
No
home and
way.
hope for the best.
Roger doesn't
I-
pay for meet and greets.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, people. I'm kidding.
Oh, shit. Crystal.
I
Or was
had
that
a-
Lydia?
That was me.
That was Lydia. It wasn't
That
me.
was Lydia. I was like,
I mean,
I had a
I
girl
may
trying
have
to-
laughed uncontrollably at it, but it was
Yeah, no way.
Yes, it will.
That's what I'm here for.
Oh, hold on. My ear mic fell out, but I got the perfect ghosting story.
okay.
It's really not funny, but it is. Speaking
Okay.
of ghosts, you know how like my dad is like the world's champion at hide and seek?
He went to get the milk.
Nope.
Yeah, and he never came home. He was like hopping fences.
Mm-hmm.
Guess who popped back up after 39 years? Here.
Give him a drink.
I was ghosting
Yes.
y'all.
Huh?
I just had to ghost y'all for a minute.
Yeah, he,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he popped back up after 39. Actually, I can't say pop back up because he's never popped back. He's never popped up to begin with. He
Mhm.
popped out. But he popped up and decided to quit playing ghosts. Or his son did. I hadn't talked to him yet, but his son popped up.
So you got a brother.
I got a half brother. I got a half sister, another half brother, and another half sister. They're all
Dude's
they're all
busy.
3 years between each other. There's 6 of us.
Dude's busy.
Dang.
Yeah, I love
He had
23
them
and me,
white
right?
shoes on.
Hopping fences.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's the worst ghosting experience have you guys ever had?
I already
Like-
told mine.
Experience.
Yeah.
I was dating a girl, and we were getting along great. Like I was ready to like post it on my social media. Like,
Oh, that's
we're
serious.
a couple.
Told your mom about it?
Right. That's the step.
You guys, you guys already you were about to make that Facebook official.
Yeah. And come over one night. Apparently, I said something wrong. Never saw the girl again.
Damn.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, like
So-
well, she wasn't ready for a relationship.
Yeah, good thing you didn't post that on Facebook.
Right. Yeah.
Anytime I tell my mom about a girl that's like not already serious, it ends a week later. It's like bad juju. I don't. My mom's like, "When did you get this girlfriend?" I was like a month ago.
I was dating a girl recently, and she said, "I don't bring any guys to the house. I don't introduce anyone to my mom." And by chance, I was dropping her off, and her mom was on the front porch and was like, "I want to meet this guy."
So she still lives with her mom?
So I met her mom, and that was our last date.
Wow.
I mean, she
Was it
shouldn't be
Natasha?
living with her mom anymore. Anyway.
I'm kidding.
Because her mom told her,
I'm
"Stay
kidding.
away
It's
from
not
him." He's
Natasha.
a
It better not be
creeper.
Natasha.
So
You
you
know,
were
I'm
ghosted at work.
curious. Has anybody ever been ghosted, but then you find out that the person actually died, so they really didn't ghost you, but now you'll never know?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I would feel
Did it happen
so
to you?
bad about being.
No, it didn't
upset.
happen to me. I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah,
got
that's
literally.
actually a
I
good
mean, I've
one.
been ghosted and then
Yeah,
wish the
people are crazy.
person had died.
No, that
I
was
that's a little
think
different.
Maybe.
There's a Lonely Island song
That
about
would be a
that.
mind fuck if you actually posted that. You better be dead, and they actually did. Oh, I was like,
it. Yeah.
Investigation time.
Dream drop dead, and they do.
Like
right.
Crazy. It was a
I
Golden
hope
Girls
they fall off the
episode.
planet, and they do.
So hopefully, at the end of this whole thing, we could have 4 different categories now on social media:
Mhm.
single, in a relationship, it's complicated, and been ghosted.
Being
Hey,
ghosted.
we do need to add in the ghosted.
Yeah.
Hey.
No, because then they're gonna be like, why were they ghosted? Maybe
Yeah.
they won't work for me. Not dating that person.
Have y'all seen the
Yeah,
group?
Or they go into it like, oh, they would never ghost me.
They would never ghost me.
Or they go into it like, I'm a
You're gonna be the
ghost.
first one
Girl,
ghosted.
that's the girl's point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, oh, they're never going to commit murder again.
Hey, OJ.
They
didn't.
learned the first time.
yeah, right.
Unless
What are you doing with that axe?
The glove didn't fit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ah, I was
Yeah,
just
well,
about
there
to
you
do
go.
that. Damn it.
He went there.
The
Yeah.
glove didn't fit.
If the
So
glove
I
did
heard
not
nervous
fit,
of
you must have cleaned.
confrontation was a reason. Has anybody
Is
been
it
nervous of
known?
confrontation?
I mean,
That's
what?
a good-
Oh, like you're meeting somebody
That's
offline
right.
and you see them like across from a dark, crowded room, and you're like, "Oh no, they're too good for me," and then you just ghost them.
Yeah,
Not too
well,
good
I
for
heard
me.
that earlier. It's
I did that one
of the top
time.
reasons for ghosting
No, I've
is
never been
nervous
too
of
good for anybody.
confrontation.
To raise my
I
hand.
always want to date above my pay grade.
No, I think what
always-
he's talking
You
about
don't
is
take
when
the
people
easy
want to
pickings?
break
No, I
up,
wanna
but
be
then
the
they
ugly
don't
one.
want to tell the other person that they want to break up, so they just disappear. Is that what you're talking about?
People
I
don't
think
have
it's-
the
Or if you want
balls.
to have the
It's
person
called
that you're dating
grow a
somebody
pair.
else,
It's called
and
grow pair.
they find
Grown up.
pictures of a fucking tree carving, like
Yeah.
on Facebook, like a little. Let's just call her name Cindy, or I don't know, Cindy.
Tree carving.
This
Your
girl is
initials
slut.
carved into a tree. In a
I
heart.
think-
And you find initials of C plus R forever. And then you're like, well, fuck, where did that come from? Because I thought it was M and R for forever, you know?
Well, then
Well,
carve the shit.
fuck. That's crazy, right?
Well, carve it.
I got my initials carved out there and some things.
I do.
Mm.
In a
That
tree
doesn't
house.
mean you got to ghost somebody.
I might have the ultimate ghosting story, and I might have told it last week, but I'm not sure. But my uncle, whenever he went to the army, it was right out of high school, and he was in Desert Storm, and he was stationed in Germany for a while, and he brought his high school sweetheart with him to Germany. And
Did he leave
one
her
day
there?
he came home from duty, and she was gone. Moved back to the United States, didn't say a word to him, and they were married.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, I did
Yeah.
that when I was married, but I had a right to.
I have a question.
Why?
See, that's what every ghoster says. is that
How old is he?
I don't know. Drew, how old are you?
He's an uncle
35.
to me.
35.
I'm too fucking old for this. shit.
Lies.
You are not 35.
Lies.
I was like, I'm older than you, and I turned 35 in December.
I really thought you were like 23. Are you really 35?
He's not 35.
Yeah.
No.
I'm actually I'm going lower. I'm actually 40. I just claim I'm 35.
He ghosted a few birthdays.
Yeah. He goes to 50 birthday. Are you really 40?
No, I'm 24.
40.
Oh Jesus!
I'm 24. I'm 24. I was born in. I was born the year that Phantom Menace came out.
He graduated high school in 2017.
That's right.
See, I listened, Fru.
Yeah,
I did.
Lydia pays attention to
2017.
detail.
Yeah, Lydia's good.
I literally had already been
Actually, I graduated early. I graduated in December of 2016.
You didn't tell us that.
But I walked in 2017.
All right.
Oh
wow!
I really feel old right now.
So what's the top ghosting count? Who's been ghosted the most? Who's ghosted the most?
I've probably been ghosted the least and ghosted.
Yeah, the one time, and then I ghosted somebody, and that was it.
You guys have more time than me. Give me time.
How dare you?
I'd like a wager on who gets ghosted
He's
the
saying
most
he's
in
going
the
to
next
continue.
month.
He's going to
He just
continue
called us all
ghosting.
old,
Or
right?
getting ghosted. I just give me time. Just give me time.
Rude.
My kid will ghost somebody. He's only 13.
I'll give you guys an update in 10 years.
My grandson.
I know.
Hey, our
Yeah.
kids
Give me a
ghost
ghost
us
update, 'cause I'm gonna have
when
you
we
blocked.
ask where they're at. They don't respond, and they're
Oh,
ghosting.
my
Yeah.
kids do with a quickness.
Yeah,
they
my
know.
kids never respond.
You got kids?
He doesn't
No.
have kids.
Oh,
He's 24, but he's got a freshman in high school.
that's why I was like, wait a minute. How? You got kids?
Yeah.
Picture you see under gullible
You'll
in the
tell,
dictionary
baby.
is Megan.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
This is so fun.
That's me. Oh, y'all know what I did the other day at Lowe's?
No.
I go
Did
and
you
I'm
get
on
a
the
12-foot
phone.
skeleton?
I want one.
She got 12
This is the last year that they're making them.
Shut up.
Yeah, so if you
Skeletons?
want them, this is your chance to get them.
Crystal, you hear that?
Yes.
Wait,
I'm going
why?
out tomorrow and buying myself one if there,
I
What?
need
if there are any in the store.
look on your phone on Home Depot and see if they have the 12-foot skeletons
Babe,
in
you
stock.
can get 12-foot bone whenever you want.
Babe, no, a skeleton bone.
Where is she going to find that? Because I don't think it's in that room.
Yeah,
It's not.
Might be slightly-
Fernbank Museum's got them all damn day long.
Whatever.
Why can't you can't get a skeleton anymore? Why?
So Home Depot makes these 12-foot skeletons, and they've been making them for like 3-4 years, but they always sell out. And now
They are
this year
amazing.
is the last year that they're making them. So now stores have started to get a surplus of them, but it's the last year that you can buy them.
Babe, pull up your phone and see if Home Depot has
I
those.
have to
You
get at
can
least
get a
what,
13-foot Jack Skellington. Those I think came out this year.
Oh,
Okay.
I want Inferno. I want Inferno. I want the 12-foot Inferno. Baby, get your phone real quick.
All I know is y'all took a whole left turn on this whole ghost conversation.
Yeah, no, we're
Y'all was like
Theoretically,
real
I mean,
legit
if
ghosts.
you think
Real
about it,
legit ghosts. In the last
If
4
you
minutes,
think
y'all
about
was like
fucking
ghosts.
shows.
we probably stuck to this
According to,
subject
like,
way
every-
longer than we stuck to
I
last
think there's a
week's
ghost in my
subject.
Oh, yeah.
basement, babe.
every
At least we're
cartoon
still
will
on
show you
spooky
that
season.
ghosts and skeletons are best friends. So really,
Yes.
you didn't make much of a
I
sense
think
there.
they're
Well, no,
one
babe,
in the
get your
same
phone up
body,
and look
just
it up.
separated.
They're gonna change it.
Mhm.
Did
A
you
ghost
just
leaves a body,
skeleton?
the skeleton stays.
Did you just skeleton me?
Yeah, right.
You just skeleton me?
Roger, you lost control of this shit.
I know it's over.
Hey,
Show's
we're
over.
58 minutes in.
Now you're getting a
Yeah.
free promo to Home Depot in the last 3 minutes.
Babe, get your phone. Look up the
Yeah, they're gonna start paying my bills now. I've been promoting Home Depot on this show.
I'm not getting up looking at my phone for a 12-foot skeleton right now. They're
Oh, I
not
got
going to
my
sell out in
phone
2
right
minutes,
here in
Megan.
front
Megan, I'll Amazon you one right now. I got you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, that's different. Amazon may carry them. Home Depot's getting rid of them.
No, Home Depot is the only place you can buy them.
Yeah,
The
they're the ones
12-foot
that make them.
I
skeletons are the
guarantee
only
I have
ones.
Amazon.
Lowe's,
right now.
Lowe's is 10'6". It's a midget.
I mean, if anybody wants to send me a 12-foot skeleton,
Yeah.
feel free. I'm looking for 2 actually.
I am completely
have
done
ideas.
with the last minute and a half of this conversation.
Look at this. Hold on.
All right. So
I found
Crystal, we'll put your cash up, and then people can send you money, and you can order it.
Right?
They're only
Ah.
$200.
I
I'll
know. I
buy you
just
a 12-foot
found
skeleton.
it. I just found it.
Of course you did.
Of course. Leave it to Meg to figure it out. P.I. Meg.
It's about to ghost her.
P.I. Meg. Let's see. Did it have it?
You guys better stop ghosting people.
That's the takeaway. No ghosting.
I will.
We'll give you
I
a
will.
lot of. If you
Ghosting
quit
is
ghosting, we'll
bad.
give you a free
It
12 foot
causes
skeleton.
traumatic experiences for the ghosty. Don't be that person.
I will never ghost again.
Be better than that.
Just have balls and say, you know what? Or just say, or have kahunas and say, I'm not interested in you. I wish you the best
Oh,
of
I
luck.
do that.
Balls.
Hey,
But
babe,
seriously,
I'm not
like,
interested in you right
I
now.
agree.
I gotta
Roger,
get some more moonshine.
I'm not interested in you anymore.
I'm not interested in you anymore, Drew. Actually, I never was interested in you.
Well, you made me feel like you were.
Well, Drew.
Lydia
Sorry.
ghosted us.
Yeah, Lydia just ghosted us.
Dude, look at him out.
Crystal,
Oh
She
God.
said
they
our
have
hours
a
up.
dog. A dog. A skeleton dog.
Lydia,
And
you're
what-
back.
Lydia, you're back. You ghosted
And
us.
guess what?
I didn't know
Next-
if it was me or everybody, and I'm like, that would be really a big coincidence if everybody's internet.
We
went
should
out at
ghost
same
the
time.
audience by all logging out without saying a word.
Oh,
God.
funny.
Crystal, they have a dog. Crystal have a dog. Next week's show is who got dogs before.
I got dogs.
I don't think you can do that.
I got dogs.
It's illegal in most states.
Not in Flowery Branch, it's not, is it, Megan?
It's really not.
All right,
she
guys.
got
I
it.
want to thank you all for watching tonight. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we see a
$12.
dog, Megan. Thank you.
No, I'm showing Crystal the cat. It's $12 for
Okay,
a skeleton cat.
Okay, she's got a cell phone. You can text it over to her.
$12 for a fake
But I
Buy
want to
all
show
of them.
you.
All right, so I do want to thank Ike Cavalli, Lydia, Dr. Love, Mr. Jesse here, also Drew and Crystal. Thanks for
for having
joining
me.
us, our relationship influencers, along with my beautiful co-host Megan Bennett. I am Roger the Wild Child. We'll see you guys all next week with another insane, crazy episode. You never know what's going to happen.
You never know.
Never know.
Bye.
All right, guys, have a great night.
Obviously.